the first campaign to use NFTs as a fundraising tool is actually Dr. Scott Jensen here in Minnesota. And I'm going to have Max talk about it a little bit more.
Thank you. Thank you. Hey, let me ask you guys, how many of you are voting this November? Right? Now, I happen to be on the Dr. Scott Jensen campaign. How many of you like that guy? No. We're not going to talk about politics today. We're not going to talk about politics today. What I do want to talk about is the technology which drives two things that political campaigns are always looking for. You're looking for voter engagement and donor retention. Those are two things that campaigns spend money on. So when I joined the Dr. Scott Jensen for Governor campaign, I run a digital marketing agency in the Bryn Mawr neighborhood of North Minneapolis. That's kind of my background. We build Facebook ads, we do conversions, we do donor engagement, we do ongoing support and maintenance of websites and things of that nature. What we ran into was a new way, and a lot of you are what we would consider a niche audience, and it was how do we reach people who are not necessarily politically ideological, but they care about one or two core issues. And what we looked at was the ability to utilize NFTs. Our first kind of set of NFTs, and I think we have a slide on this, we utilized NFTs at the state fair in 2021. And the way that we wanted to utilize NFTs was individual QR codes throughout the state fair. We wanted to gamify the process. We wanted to make it an engaging and fun thing to be part of. And we did develop some kind of ironic, I guess, artwork NFTs. We utilized a platform called Engagement, so you could reserve an NFT option. And then from there, you were able to mint it yourself or not. You know, ultimately what we had to do to comply with campaign finance law, to comply with a bunch of other things that campaigns are beholden to, was to offer value, and then you had the ability to mint it yourself. That was on you. So we developed a process through the platform called Engagement, which allowed us to unlock a new audience. We did email marketing around what was going to be at the state fair, and then we got written up in CoinDesk for being the first one to do donor prospecting with NFTs. And what we found was really, really staggering. In that first year, we developed 5,000 new donors, just utilizing a $5 NFT option that you had the ability to mint yourself. 5,000 in the first year. Now, campaigns to get 5,000 new donors, or because when you get a donor, ultimately you get somebody who's going to be engaged with your campaign, who's going to go and work for you, who's going to do door knocking for you. We leveraged some individual designs, and we actually put a pretty stringent limit around the NFT options that we had. Each one of these, we limited to about 500 individual NFTs at the state fair, and it was 5,000 new people into our database at the end of the day, and we were able to leverage them and have been able to leverage them as volunteers, as people who are activated for the campaign and working for the candidate. And you know what we found, and I did this research in the last week here, is we found that the kind of donor stickiness of the people who are engaged with the NFT process, who this was their number one issue, or this was the issue that they got engaged with the campaign on, they typically gave more than your average donor did, right? So they gave us maybe $5 for the initial NFT option. And then since then, on average, that specific audience has given $250 on average beyond the NFT. So, you know, I guess I'm here to say that you don't need to know technology. Certainly a lot of you in this room are better experts than I am, but the allure of a new technology, a new thing that they can engage with the campaign on, and a new way to actually say that the campaign cares about me and cares about the things that I care about. That's how we have leveraged NFTs on the campaign. And since then, we've also released, all of our Facebook ad artwork, our NFTs as well. We did do NFTs this year again at the State Fair. Again, we have unique QR codes throughout the State Fair grounds that have allowed us to gamify the process. And in so doing, we have created a really passionate group of supporters who came in this way. Again, campaigns are always looking for new ways to engage donors and activate voters. And I believe that we have done that in this process. Again, the platform that we use is Engagement. Should we succeed in November, there's other interactive things that we want to be able to do, things like NFT quizzes, interactive games, things of that nature. That's what the platform allows for. But this has kind of been a brand new world for me. I've been in digital marketing, I've been in web development, and we leveraged a new technology here, not new to many of you, but a new technology to your average voter base that is engaged and kept donors sticky to our campaign. So new way, I guess, to leverage, what you guys have been doing for a long, long time. And we're talking to an audience that hasn't been traditionally engaged in what you guys have been doing. So that's kind of our story. That's what we've been working on, and that's how we leveraged NFTs. And the previous slide, we get a write-up in Coinbase initially. We got a write-up in Yahoo Finance, which inherently helps you from if you're on a campaign, inherently helps you with good press, good PR. And we've actually had stories over and over and over again that have benefited our campaign and actually helped lead us to, in this case, the Republican nomination. So again, I'm Max Rymer. I'm with the Jensen campaign. Happy to be here with you all, and happy to learn from you all too. So thank you.
Thank you, Max. Much appreciated.